Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another action-packed, information-packed video, I should say. Kabam just had their monthly live stream, September live stream, even though it's not September yet, but for all the stuff that's about to happen next month, and there's quite a bit of information, so we're going to jump right into it today. I was asleep for like the first 40-ish minutes of the stream, and then I woke up a minute before my alarm, and then I had a bunch of YouTube notifications. I was like, oh, right, the stream was on. I totally forgot. So might go a little bit slower through the initial stuff that I missed, but then we'll go a little bit faster on all the stuff that I was there for. So just a bit of a warning. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the stream. So the first thing that we need to talk about here is Dave. So let's just hear it from him.
Is the last point, which is my last day as the main host. You're gonna have a much nicer looking guy, I guess.
Oh, you're flattering me. What are you doing?
You asked me to say your name and everything, so I just figured I'd give you a compliment. All right, so last day as host, and Mike's gonna move from co-host to yo-host moving forward. And actually, to make it official, I'm gonna pass over the controls right here to Karate Mike, Kabam Mike.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Rex.
This is the nicest thing anyone's ever given me, Dave.
Yeah. So look, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. All right. Just not. Actually, I am kind of going somewhere, but I'm still on MCOC, still working on the project, but got a lot of things to do. We're doing some stuff with. Are you pressing the button a lot?
I am not pressing. I'm not pressing the button.
It's all good. Okay. We are working on our CCP 2.0. We're working with our content creators. We're building out something really great. Stay tuned for more news on that. Also working on our Summoners Fest, which is taking up a little bit more time than we expected, or that I expected anyway. And yeah, so just want to really make those two things really great, among other things that I can't talk about yet. But yeah, that's where the attention.
Yeah, Dave's not leaving us. He's just focusing on some other things, and Karate Mike or Kabamosaurus Rex is going to be the main host now on the live stream. So I got a little bit worried there when I heard Dave was leaving or something, but okay, that's fine. And CCP 2.0, I can't talk about it, but when I can, you guys will know. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So we got some Saga overview. We got some special rotating Saga boosts, Saga theme meta events, Saga chase champ, and more. Let's go see what the and more is. All right, don't forget research grants, rebirth last call. All right. Fantastic fall fun fair. So this is September 17th to October 1st, 2-week event based around solo modes. Earn prize vouchers from special solo objectives and arena milestones. Trade them in for prize containing crystal shards, profile pics, and more. Okay, interesting. We got side quest Big Blue, 2-week side quest. Earn keys via solo objectives. Simple side quest. Okay. We got mini EQ food for thought, 2-week side event in a mini EQ format. That sounds weird, but okay. Interesting. We got new side quest difficulties. Okay. Let's keep moving on. All right, we got Summoners Fest, of course, and it's dropping in November. You guys already know I'm going to be there, ideally participating in the tournament, but if that doesn't happen, that's fine. That's all good, and I'm going to be there either way. So if you guys are going and you see me, absolutely come up to me, say what's up. If you want to take like a picture or something, I would be absolutely honored, dude. I would never say no. Please approach me, say what's up. That'd be amazing. Seriously, please do. And if you guys are going, drop a comment, let me know. All right, let's go ahead and move on. I don't think they talked too much about that. Here we have the leaderboard, which I'm 9th, so I don't show up on any of the official stuff, which is a little demotivating, but it's all good. I know I'm there. In invisible ink, I know I'm right there. We got new path to Paragon. So the normal path was 3 rank 4 6 stars, complete 7.4. Now the alternate is times 5 rank 2 7 stars. Okay, interesting. So yeah, the upcoming Sword and Stone event. So this is a pretty big. I think this is going to be kind of similar to, if you guys remember, when Count Nefaria came out. I think kind of something similar to that. So there's going to be cash and unit offers. Focused on Silver Samurai, though, instead of Count Nefaria. It's going to be a web store, milestone track, progression-based, front-loaded milestones, which has been, one of the bigger complaints. I mean, the biggest complaint is that there's so many sales That's the biggest complaint. But like the second biggest complaint after that, pertaining to the sale itself, is, you know, it just doesn't feel worth it. It feels like you can't just spend a little and get a lot. You know, it feels like you have to spend all in to really get a lot, you know. So front-loaded milestones. Be curious to see what that actually looks like. We have a free 7-star thing in the solo event, and then a CCP promo code. So stay tuned. You guys know I'll have that for you as soon as I can. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So 7-star Silver Samurai in the milestones. Damn, this guy's looking crazy.
Be sure to keep an eye on his Daunted effects and your own combo meter. He'll end up gaining a reinforced pack.
Just get past a little bit of gameplay. Let's peek.
How about we take a look at what he can do?
Show us what he can do.
To begin, start the fight by working your way up to your special 2 with full 5-hit combos. If possible, end your combos with that second medium attack to grant your opponent 10 combo each time you do.
Reinforce,
By the time you reach 2.5 bars of power, your opponent should have close to 80 combo meter. From here, beta heavy, and if possible, punish with yours and
heavy
immediately cancel into your special 2. That way, your special consumes all of their combo meter.
Nah, they're daunted.
Quickly build up to a special 1 and launch when available. Watch as he decimates the opponent with those spicy red numbers. Now, if
special
you
1 was
want
cooking.
More damage, you can always incorporate his special 3 into the mix. That power efficiency will make it easier to spam those special attacks, and that extra overload passive will result in an even more devastating barrage from his special 1.
Dude, those are some big red numbers. Hot dog.
Against a defending Silver Samurai, be sure to keep an eye on his Daunted effects and your own combo meter.
Special 1 reminds me of Ronin.
Passive, making him immune to critical hits. And if he gains enough Daunted
but like
effects,
cooler
he'll
Ronin,
get that unblockable passive that's paused during his specials. So make sure you know how to get out of his way when he unleashes those devastating blows.
It was an insta-KO.
All right, how about that Silver Samurai game?
Silver Samurai looking pretty good. Dude, like I want, like, one of my absolute favorite characters is Zoro from One Piece, you know, and he's a sword character. He's 3-sword style, which I don't think we're ever going to see in MCOC. But, like, I like sword characters, you know, and there's not really anyone in MCOC that, like, I really like that has a sword, you know? So I'm really excited for this guy. He seems like he's going to be fluid to play, swinging that sword around. That's honestly the part I'm most excited about. We're going to skip ahead to the next new champion, Mr.
We also
Knight.
have another champion coming out this month.
The one we voted for.
This happens to be
Let's
your
take a peek.
Summoner's Choice champion for 2025. Let's roll the clip.
Roll it.
Start the fight by performing shortened combos, stopping before your 5th basic attack to hold block and beta heavy. When they use their heavy, dash back to avoid it, and if possible, punish with your light attack to...
Okay, before we get into anything, we've already taken 5% block damage from Photon, and the fight just started. Like, that is not what you want in Battlegrounds, bro. Yeah.
Inflict your injury passives. Repeat this until you see the moon phase about to switch. Then use your special 1 so it shifts during the attack to gain light proficiency and inflict the opponent with your sleep passive. From here, walk up to the opponent and attack them with a light attack as they're sleeping to inflict even more injury and work your way up to special 2. Once ready, launch, and you'll pause the full moon phase and your light proficiency passives when it activates, or if it was already active. And now that you're all ramped, use as many light attacks as possible to take advantage of the guaranteed critical hits from the full moon. And if they aren't already knocked out, just keep the assault going until they're taken down. And hey, if you happen to cross paths with the assault going,
I mean, we lost 9% health. Doesn't really seem like that good of a Photon. It doesn't seem terrible, but like, if he could turn off Photon's ability to turn off willpower, that would be legit.
They're taken down. And hey, if you happen to cross paths with the defending Mr. Knight, be sure to keep an eye on his Tranquilize passives. He inflicts them on activation of his special 2 and when the moon phase changes. These could make it tricky to land debuffs against him, and when he's awakened, failing debuffs will inflict sleep charges. Reaching 100 of these charges will inflict a sleep passive, leaving you vulnerable against those guaranteed crits while the moon is full.
All right, and that was your Summoner's Choice champion.
like, I'm so excited about Mr. Knight that I'm worried he's not going to be as good as my expectations are, if that makes sense.
Champion for 2025. I absolutely love Summoner's Choice.
See what they gotta say
Knight
about
seems
Mr.
like
Knight.
a great addition to the squad. So to go over Summoner's Choice over the past few years, we've had Hercules, Quicksilver, my boy Gladiator,
Shothra.
and now we got Mr. Knight rounding out an even 5 for Summoner's Choice.
It's an odd number,
Yep,
but
these are all your contributions to the contest. I personally can't say Hercules just once. Usually had to say it like 3 times.
Three times.
With a clap.
Couple claps in
A
there.
couple claps in there. But yeah, this we
I'll skip ahead a
his-
bit.
lot of fun
I think
skill
they're
checks
gonna
that
show
kind of
some more
mitigates those
gameplay here. I do like that he has Panic. That's one of my favorite things about Thanos. Panic is a really powerful debuff. Alright, let's see a little bit more gameplay here. See what we got.
Some tranquilizers on. He likes to counter heavy attacks with light for the injuries. Bam, right? If you do it again, it'll refresh. Bam. Kind of keep that going, right?
I don't like how much block
Of course, you don't
damage he
have
has
to
to
get all
take.
those on, but I like
So much block damage, and he doesn't really seem to have a way to increase that block proficiency. You know, like my boy Spot, he has to take a ton of block damage, but he increases his block proficiency by a crap load. You know, like,
to really like min-max everything.
I don't know.
A little
That's
crazy
what was worrying me the most for
Here,
sure
if you
about
throw
this
the
guy
special
right now.
one, when the moon phase is about to end, gonna get that sleep passive. Gonna walk right up. Bam. Some more injuries. And now our payoff is just about to come on. Bait that special 2. And look at that. Guaranteed light attack hits, crits. And that special 2 is going
Yeah,
to
he is hitting pretty hard once you get him
Killer
ramped,
before
though.
it's over. Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
get to see the full payoff. So he's got a little bit of a
Damage
ramp
is
going
looking
on.
pretty good. Okay, I just really don't like that block damage so far. That's the biggest thing. It's definitely the biggest thing. That is some beautiful artwork right there. Alright, let's go ahead and skip ahead. Skip ahead. Alright, we got Omega Days champs joining the base pool. The next Titan rollover. I think they already had announced this, but that's going to be coming up in... Let's see, when is the Titan changing? It's going to be in 11 days. 11 days. I think it's the Tuesday right before the Battleground season ends, actually. That's cool. Alright, let's keep on moving up. Okay, so it was TBD who the third champion in this next batch was going to be. We knew it was Falcon walking towards. We knew it was Deathless Vision. And the third one is Toad. For me personally, I was honestly, like, a few days ago, I was thinking about Toad. And I was thinking, like, that was such a random pick for a mutant, you know? And I was thinking, like, I'm kind of glad he's not a 7-star. And now he's going to, presumably going to be one if he's getting buffed, I'm assuming. I don't know. I personally don't like Toad. Never really been a fan of Toad. I think he's just ugly and weird, and I don't know. I mean, that's probably what they're going for with him, but there's so many other good options they could have went with. But then there's another champ getting
Stuff coming
buffed.
on. If only we had another surprise.
Do we have a surprise?
I think we
If
do.
only.
Why don't we give it
This
to
one
him?
is hype, though.
Ground is
This
quick.
makes up for Toad.
What's that? Rhino's back, and he's
Rhino
still
buff, man.
unstoppable.
Rhino buff.
Can now reduce bleed ability accuracy by 75%. Also, don't expect to crit. Rhino takes any critical rating and turns it into raw fury duration, stacking power with every charge. He also gains physical resistance in multiple ways throughout the fight. Stack 5 for trauma, 10 for unstoppable, and 15 for stun immunity. Now, his dash attack grants that fury and inflicts taunt. The farther you dash, the more fury you'll gain. Once you reach 20, charge it to inflict breach to break through your opponent's
Breach?
block, and launch that special 2
That's
to
new.
stack on more trauma and then spam
wait.
your special 1.
Isn't that just Crush? Like, what? To break through the opponent's block. That's what Crush does, and that's what Unblockable does. Now there's gonna be another thing? What the fudge?
To burst the opponent and keep them stunned. Rhino's got some other tricks up his sleeve. Stay tuned to find out what else he can do. Have you updated yet? Well, you should. Rhino's buff is waiting for you in the September update.
I'm really hyped that
Rhino's
Rhino
find
is
out
getting a
what else he
buff.
can do.
But, from what I'm seeing here, I mean,
More
Look at these
trauma,
numbers.
And then spam your special.
That was, like, pathetic. That's it? That's it? From a big special 2 with 20 Furies, and look at this PI. Like, that's it. The class advantage, that's it? That's it?
Once you reach 20, charge in.
I'm underwhelmed, bro.
Breach,
I am
break through your opponent's
underwhelmed.
block, and launch that special 2 to stack on more trauma.
Like, we're getting... He doesn't crit, so these cannot be crits. This is, like, 14,000.
And then spam your special
15,000, and the max hit 33. That, again, that's it? That's it?
one to
I don't know, bro.
the opponent.
Spot's doing like 20 times more damage than that on a ramp special too, you know? Like, what? I don't know. I'm a little worried, but
Rhino's buff is waiting for you in the September.
hopefully it's better than what it looks like. Let's hope. I'm a sucker for Spider-Man villains. So, yeah, that was the max Furies he had there. Looked pretty underwhelming, honestly. But he does kind of give, like, some Science Juggernaut vibes, just with, like, a quarter of the damage. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, we have an update on the Eidol chase. So, there's going to be a new essence, right? It's... So, whoever this champion... I'm guessing this is... I mean, I don't know who. And I guess they're... I was going to say... A lady, but they're technically all genderless. But yeah, I feel like this one is gonna resemble more so Isofiend than Luma or Solvark. I'm getting like kind of like Medusa vibes, almost, like with these thingies here. Like, they don't look like snakes, but you guys know what I mean. So we have Invade Essence. This one looks cool, and those look like the tentacles, doesn't it? Those look like the tentacles here. It looks cool, though. So that's going to be appearing in the next season of Battlegrounds. Okay. What is next in the stream? So we got Adaptive Difficulty Event Quest launching September 3rd. Further event quests are always a relevant piece of content. 2 difficulties, Classic, Base Level, and Elder difficulty. Paragon plus Gauntlet. Both scaling on your progression and mirrored closely to Volume 1 of Valiant EQ. So I think Kabam listened to us, because like the first rounds of Valiant EQ was a ton of fun, where you just have one champ, swap them out, keep going. You know, that was great. But then they added this whole 3-champ garbage thing, and it's been horrible. So much of the community did not like it. So hopefully they've completely moved away from that, and the rewards and difficulty will scale with top 30. And I'm pretty sure they said if you do the Elder difficulty, it also completes Classic. I'm fairly certain I heard them say that. This was like right around when I woke up and started watching the stream. Alright, what else do we have here? So, complete, yeah, 1 run through Classic to unlock Elder. Okay. Completing the highest difficulty will grant all rewards from lower difficulties. Okay, so that's where I did hear that from. Bonus Mysterium and units for a full run. Okay, so here's what it's gonna look like. Okay, that definitely looks a lot different than what it looks like right now. Cool. What do we have here? Some of the rewards. Yeah, let's hear this. Or those 7-star relic shards, it looks like it.
Down here, reward to make sure things go smoothly. So as you were saying, right, these are kind of like all the rewards that you get for like all the lower difficulties. Now this is of course a very, very high prestige account here, but just to give you an idea of what it kind of looks like if you do reach this point, to make
29,000
it so going to be valuable for you. But
I wonder what my prestige
we
is.
also have this
Top
mechanic
30.
here where you can literally toggle through the different like prestige thresholds and like progression levels. Let's say you're Paragon, right? Or you can't go backwards. I probably should have done this opposite in hindsight, but we started Valiant, and then I'm gonna and then all that kind of stuff, right? But you can toggle through all the things, and it shows you like what you can gain,
that's cool.
what you can't.
I like
all
the
that
UI
kind of stuff. And now we've been talking about prestige for a bit, right? So we're gonna do a very deeper dive into Prestige 30 and all things that's happening throughout the game with that system. With Kabam Zen, we'll be returning back next stream to talk about live game stuff there. But starting in September, Prestige is going to be incorporated into the adaptive EQ alongside your progression level, right? So you can now see the 30 champions that are involved in your Prestige. Now this account doesn't have any of the new StatCast as well, but you can also hit on View Relics and you can see all how that works, and you can see which ones are better Prestige or not. Also, going forward in September, you can now sort your champions on your champion screen by prestige as well. But I believe it's going to say base hero rating, which is essentially going to translate to prestige. So you can always track like where those champions are in your roster. I know that prestige tracking in game has not been the most classic.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's launching September 3rd. We want to completely remove the classic EQ experience. We also don't want too high of a barrier for the new cool thing. Okay. Elder is meant to be a challenging monthly quest for in-game players. Right. We got Mysterium. You can earn the Mysterium, weekly drops, gain a steady flow. Alright. Got a daily quest rework. So old daily quests are out, new daily quests are in. 2 repeating standard days. Right, alright. So all units from lower level EQs spread amongst daily quests. Revive/potions every day. Monday through Thursday, Alliance Board Gray and 6-hour boost selectors. Thursday, or just Monday and Thursday. Tuesday and Friday, 7-star 6 stones. Wednesday and Saturday, 7-star shards. Sunday, a little bit of everything. Golden ice zone access to all catalyst tiers. Alright. Let's keep moving on. What do we have here? That's just a little graphic if you guys are curious about all that daily supply run stuff. I'm going to be moving on. This doesn't really excite me, to be honest. There's a lot of other really cool things that I want to talk about. We have an Alliance Super Season coming up, which is usually a September-October thing. I think we had like the Caps recruitment event like a year or 2 ago. And this year, it's a Spider-Man event with my boy Stark Spidey, dude. Beautiful. I love seeing the homie Spidey, man. So you just basically want to be in an alliance and just being active, and then you're gonna get a bunch of cool stuff. That's really all there is to it. All right, let's go ahead and move on. And we have something.
There's a bit of a glitch there.
Awesome.
There was a glitch there. I saw something on the screen.
Did you?
Yeah. Is there something to talk about?
I think
Watch
it might
this,
be something to
boys.
talk about. I think it might be a video or something to look at, but I'm not entirely
Here we
sure.
go. Here we go. Who is that? Who is that? He looks a little familiar, doesn't he? But a little different too. Slap! Oh my god. That slap was felt across the battle realm. Boom! That's a jawbreaker right there, bro.
There's been somebody missing in this Fantastic Four Saga.
Yeah.
We had a lot of stuff featuring
Victor.
Mr. Fantastic. A lot of stuff featuring Mr. Fantastic. Some stuff featuring
So we got a boss, man. Dread Emperor Doom. So they talk about him for quite a bit here. He looks fantastic. He's going to be the big boss fight of Act 9, Chapter 3. And from what they said, basically, you don't do damage to him. The only way to do damage to him is to deplete his armor. And the way to do so is basically by playing Gladiator style, which I hate that play style, but whatever. So essentially, during Doom's specials, you need to dash in and attack him, but not get hit. So you gotta do it safely in the middle of his special attacks. And that's gonna deplete his armor. So, should be quite interesting. Got a little bit of gameplay here. Take a gander. You can see you're doing no damage.
Not a lot.
Because I believe this up here is his will.
Those are single digits too.
Yeah.
So boom, 4 will was just lost there with that knockdown, it looks like.
Allowed him to essentially, I mean, mechanically, he takes 99% less damage.
He just got clapped trying to hit him during the special. We have a little bit more
And you can
gameplay
attack
here.
into
It's the
the
same
special
thing. This
one
might just be
and
the same
special
thing.
two.
I
Personally,
think it's just the same thing. Okay, let's keep moving on. Doom is awesome. Can't wait to fight him. And they really talked about him for a long time. And I mean, I enjoyed the talk. Don't get me wrong. Oh, and hear this. I must have been like not paying attention and just listening to the stream when they showed this because I didn't see this yet. But we have the full rewards for 9.3. And before the video, I realized I could see it, but I was like, no, I want to wait till I'm recording the video to give you guys my raw live reaction to this. All right, so let's take a gander here. Completion. We have 3 Tier 4 Alpha Catalyst, 5k Titan Shards, 1 6-star Stat Cast Relic, 18,000 7-star Shards, 8 T6 class catalysts, 16 tier 3 alpha, 16 tier 6 basic, and 94,500 tier 7 basic catalyst fragments. So that's 1.5 catalysts. Okay, decent for completion. Yes. Nothing crazy. You know, all of this is just available in the Radiance store, you know, except for the Statcast relic. Yeah, everything else could just be purchased with a couple 100,000 Radiance. But all right, what about exploration? All right, we have 2 7-star 1 to 2 Drank Up gems. Those should be generic. It's always good to have. 2 7-star class hero crystals. That's terrible. It's terrible. Why are we putting base pool crystals in exploration? Those should not even be in here, honestly. Unless they're like Nexus or class-based or something spicy. Basic crystals should not be in here, in my opinion. Like, where I'm at in the game, basic crystals are almost meaningless at this point. So I don't want to be seeing that in the exploration for brand new content, personally. And I know a lot of people are in the same situation as me and don't want to be seeing that either. So I don't know what those are doing there. All right, we have 6 tier 6 class catalyst selectors. Okay. 1 7-star Statcast relic. All right. It's 20k 7-star shards. Sorry, Titan shards. That's good. 3 tier 4 alpha catalysts. 40 7-star signature stones. And then, okay, honestly, dude, this is pretty underwhelming. Wow. That's it? 157,000 tier 7 basic catalyst fragments. Yeah, honestly, this is super, super duper underwhelming to me. Like, everything here, once again, is available in the Radiance store, barring the 6-star relic and the 7-star relic. So, yeah, I don't, yeah, I'm not, no, this is kind of super mid. And I would say they were doing good with the 9.1 and 9.2 rewards, but this is a miss in my opinion, dude. Yeah, I could be off base. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, first thoughts, extremely underwhelming, to be honest. Especially for such a cool boss. Like, why isn't there some super cool, awesome reward here? Huh. Okay, well, let's move on. All right, here's the super hype part, man.
Rework category.
Who won? Ghost Rider, boys. Some good news to get rid of those poopy rewards.
And you know what?
Let's freaking go, guys. Thank you all. Shout out to the best community on the planet for voting for Ghost Rider. You know, I made a video saying, yo, please guys, vote Ghost Rider. I told you guys why. Me and Ghost Rider, we got history. We go way back to 2016. We came to the contest during the exact same month, October 2016, man. He's one of the first champions I ever grinded for in Arena in the beginner bracket. I used to use him all the time for Alliance Quest, map 5. I took one of the harder lanes, and Ghost Rider was just such a god for it, man. His regen on heavy was so good. I am so hyped for this, bro. This is a massive W that the Mystic class is in dire need of, in my opinion. This is phenomenal. Cannot wait to see that buff. Alright, we got narrative roadmap with some teasers. If you guys want to take a gander at that. Alright, we're going to be moving on. What else is there to talk about here? Act 6 update. This is still in progress. Alright, oh yeah, we are getting a Radiance update in October. So the Radiance store will be getting an update, which is very awesome, dude. Kabam had promised, you know, that they're going to keep the stores relevant, and it seems that they're actually going to be doing that. So beautiful to see. And also a Glory store update as well. So love to see that. All right, I think, oh yeah, there's one other thing we got to talk about here. And so since Dave is, you know, not going to be on the live stream as much, he's got his own promo codes.
I am definitely leaving you out in the cold, and the way that we're going to do that is through a promo code. My goodbye gift is going to be Iceman in 7
So if you guys don't understand this promo code, it's I love Boss Rush Iceman. Let me tell you guys a little bit of MCOC lore from back in the day. So, you know, this was before, I believe, I might have been in the content creator program at the time. I don't know. I don't know if I was or not. But I was like, you know, not nearly as big of a channel as I am today. So I was not selected to be a part of this. But they had asked other creators to you know, design a boss fight in a boss rush event. And so Dave went with, you know, one of his favorite champs, Iceman. Dave actually used to make like songs about champions. He made an entire song about Iceman. It's like, can I get an Iceman? Great tune. And so he chose Iceman as the boss. And I kid you not, this man literally got death threats, not only to himself, but to his wife and to his like newly born child. Getting death threats over a freaking Iceman boss. It was honestly just some of the most disgusting, toxic behavior you could witness in that I've ever seen in this community, dude. It was disgusting. So yeah, there's a little bit of lore, but so that's why this is a little bit of a callback to I love Boss Rush Iceman. There's actually like two other codes too. So we have I'm cool with Dave and Dave was right. So these promo codes will be, you can use them on September 4th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you are a Valiant level summoner, you will get a 7-star Iceman, which is really, really awesome, dude. Personally, for me, I don't have Iceman as a 7-star, and I wanted him. So this is really great for me, dude. I think Iceman is the coolest champ in game. Full pun intended, so would love to absolutely add him to the roster. And yeah, guys, I do believe that that is everything. That is pretty much everything from the stream. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. Here's some of the recap of the big stuff on screen here. That's what I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with. Thank you guys so much for watching my recap video. Of course, timestamps will be here. I'm sure you already know that, but you can skip to whatever part interests you the most. Drop a like if you enjoyed the breakdown. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. I should be live streaming some Battlegrounds today, so come hang out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great, wonderful day. Peace.